Seattle Storm suffered their second loss of the season. This one in 95-91 loss to the Dallas Wings. Way much more improvement, way better in terms of defensively. Even though it didn't look like that at the beginning of the game, the Storm come out with an 8-0 run, and then they let the Wings come back in the game, and that really was the story of the first half because the Storm just was slow in rotations, and you're going to hear from Coach Noel Quinn and some of the players, that is Kia Nurse and Jewell Loyd, just talking about we were slow to adjust defensively, and but second half it was much better. So let's go to the video right now.
Hey, you're older. You're the first one. You just call me old? Yeah. It's crazy. There was just more fight. I think we were a little bit more comfortable. We had a really great week of practice. People were committed to just getting better, and that's what you want to see. It's obviously we want to get a win, but at the same time you need to see the growth and improvement. And I think that week of practice, watching film, breaking it down, and I'm going to get extra shots and extra conditioning, whatever it was, really helped us compete tonight.
Rehab, I feel like. I think like Jewell said, the week of practice for me was pretty good just because I was able to have extra time to kind of, we're new, right? There's a lot of new phases here. So the moment you get into a game, and preseason games are one thing, but the moment you get into a game and you come into the first game, it's on ABC, you're playing the defending champs, it comes at you fast. And we've got a lot of players who haven't really been in that position before, and so we didn't play the way that we wanted to do. And now that you have one under your belt, there's a different level, a different feeling, a different comfort. And I think that was something we worked on at practice this week, was let's execute on the offensive end. These are really great places to get Jewell a shot. These are really great places to get myself a shot. This is where we want to get our bigs posted up on the inside, and we executed those against ourselves and against the practice guys and translated it really well today. But I think the biggest thing was the resiliency in the fight that we had. Score 91 points to give yourself a chance to win any game this week.
It's new people trying to figure out, what to do. Obviously, everyone on this team knows how to score the basketball, has been playing basketball for a long time. They've been overseas and played whatever it is. But I think it's just understanding their role. If you have something that's brand new, you're kind of timid. And once you kind of lock in and understand what you're supposed to be doing, you play free. Right now, we're still trying to figure it out, even for us. There's times where we're like, should I shot that? You should shoot that. I don't, we're still figuring out ourselves. And we've been in the league, right, for a minute, so she's called me old. But
it's like a 3-year difference.
It's weird. So I just think people are just getting comfortable. And every day I see in their faces, how they walk in the locker room, how they come to practice, they're getting more confident, but it takes some time. And so, we have to be patient, and I think we're better today than we were last game.
Our rotation, who was on the floor, I thought they were very athletic and they went a little bit of small ball. So I thought that, we tried to match their athleticism with that. And so with our rotations flying around, we were a little bit sharper. In the second half, we weren't as aggressive on the ball until, isolations or whatever the case may be. We tried to keep it very simple. And I think that's what happened in the second half, just simplicity and executing, even if it's a switch with our big on a guard, just guard your yard and have each other's back and just play hard. Kia was in rhythm, and when she's able to hit threes and space the floor, I think then those lanes are a little bit more open, especially for Jewell getting to the rim. And when Ezzy is active with her screen setting or her offensive rebounding and her aggressiveness offensively, I thought, especially in the open court, she had a couple of good reads and plays. I think it allows our spacing to flourish when those three are on the floor. And so we were on the floor without her because of that. And our offensive play was trying to get a stagger for Kia on the backside with Sammy and Ezzy in the ball screen. What they did was they were very aggressive with Dangerfield on Sammy. I thought that they blew up our execution. I think if it was clean, you would have seen either a dump down to Ezzy or a 3 by Kia.
So you heard it from head coach Noel Quinn, Kia Nurse, and Jewell Loyd just talking about the adjustments they made in the second half, and the Storm made it real interesting because they were able to force back-to-back offensive turnovers, and cut the deficit just down to 91-93, and the Storm actually had the ball in hand, but it was their possession. Unfortunately, on one of those possessions that generated, Jewell Loyd was injured and had to sit out. And the Storm suffer a shot clock violation, and then Sadou Sabe for the Dallas Wings hits the two-pointer and really just kind of sealed the win. Again, it was a 95-91 win, and Enrique Gumbale, 26 points, and like I said, Sabe, and also Crystal Dangerfield, who was just all over in terms of the Storm unable to shut her down from her three-point shooting, had 17 apiece as well. And I would say Natasha Howard has 16 for the Storm. Kia Nurse had 20 points, which great improvement from the first game. Jewel Lloyd, of course, led all scorers with 30 points. And Noel Quinn, you heard the coach talk about Ezzy Magbo, who had 15 points and 12 rebounds. And it was her energy, that kept the Storm, especially late in the game. So, there's going to be games like these, and winning is going to be a learned behavior for this team. It's a young team. They're just learning each other. They're veterans. But, the thing about winning in basketball on any level, it's just about the cohesion. It's about knowing when to shoot, when to pass the ball, and also recognizing on defense on the switches. So Storm don't get it done. Way more improvement today, much improvement, and a way better effort from the Storm. But again, they fall short, 91-95 over the Dallas Wings. I'm Osvita Mara, area for the Cascadia Sports Report.